It's small but I hope you will adjust here with me. Mrs. Jung said. You look around to the room then to her and smile lightly. It's okay Mrs. Jung, I don't have any problem as long as I am not alone. And please call me Y.N. Mrs. Jun feels weird. You nervously said, making her laugh. Okay, now go and change till I will put your clothes. You nod and walk inside the bathroom and close the door. You hang your pajamas on hanger and walk in front of the mirror before looking at your reflection. You didn't even realize when your tears came out and dropped down from your soft cheeks. You press your lips together to control yourself from sobbing out loud. Why I am feeling so pathetic. It feels like I will never be able to get happiness in my life. It hurts. You covered your mouth and start to sob. Wasn't it hard for every girl when their husband behaves like that? You don't even know what will happen in your life from now on, but only one thing you know, you will never be able to gain his love, never. After sobbing and crying, you took a cold bath and come out after changing into your pajamas. You look around, Mrs. Jung. She wasn't here. You sigh and take out some blankets from the drawer to make yourself a bed. While you were making bed for yourself, the door opened, making your whole attention divert there. Y.N. What are you doing, dear? She said and walked to you. I was making bed for myself. You simply said and smiled softly, but she shakes her head and takes the blankets from you. Mrs. Jung, you look at her confused. No Y.N, you won't sleep on ground, you sleep on bed and I will hear. You shake your head and was about to take the blankets. No Mrs. Jung, I can't sleep on bed. Please Y.N, if you get cold then Mr. Jun will scold me. You bite your lips and sigh, you don't want him to scold her. Okay, but let me make bed for you, please. She smiles and gives you the blankets. Thank you. She nods and moves aside so you can continue making bed. After making bed for her, you faced her when she said something. Mr. Jun is so lucky to have you as his wife. I know he's not treating you as one, but believe me, when you will get to know him and he will get to know you, then you will the luckiest girl in the world. You just smile, not knowing what to say on her that statement. Mrs. Jung, can you show me around? Next day. She smiles. Why not, dear? Now rest, I will come after seeing the doors and windows. You nod and she walks out. You sigh and sit on the bed while looking at the wall before you. I hope tomorrow won't be worse than today. With that you lay down and closed your eyes, but couldn't able to sleep. You still tried to sleep. 2 hours later, you open your eyes slowly, not able to sleep even a bit. You sit up and look down to Mrs. Jung. She was sleeping. You smile lightly and cover her hands. Thank you, Mrs. Jung. You said and walked to the door before opening it without making any noise. You walk out after closing the door behind you. You were not able to see anything because of the dark, so you used the wall to support yourself. You tried to search the switch button, and when you found you switch on the lights, but your whole body froze and your eyes widen when you see someone standing right in front of you. He has a burger in his hands and looking at you with his wide open eyes. You take some steps back and was about to scream, but that guy was more quicker than you. He quickly covered your mouth. Shush, don't scream please. You tried to remove his hand but he was strong, so you kicked him. Ah, he groans in pain and sit on the floor while grabbing his private part. You came here to steal things. You kicked on his hips making him fell down. I am not a thief, oh God, stop kicking me. He whispers yell, but you still kicked him one last time. Then what are you doing here? And how did you get in? And what were you doing in here? And why were you stealing? He cuts you off. Oh God, so many questions. Well, I am not a thief and I came inside because I have keys. You have keys. You kick him one more time, making him groan in pain. Oh God, first stop kicking me. Are you a kid or what? My baby, he said while rubbing his butts that maybe became red from your kicks. Then tell me, who are you? Or I am gonna call everyone out. You threaten him, making him shake his head. No, don't call anyone, especially to Hyung, or else he will kick me out right away. He said. Hyung, do you know Jungkook? Yeah, unfortunately he's my older brother. He sighs and stands up before brushing his pants. You were shocked after knowing that he's Jungkook's brother. and same time embarrassed. Oh, I am sorry. You said, while biting your lips and looking down. He looks at you confused. Well, may I ask, who are you, miss? Are you a new maid here? Wait, are you perhaps Hume's wife? You nod your head nervously. He gulped and quickly dropped on his knees, making you shock. Noona, I am so sorry for my misbehave and calling you a maid, he said, looking down. You were surprised. Hey, it's okay. Now stand up. He stands up and sniffs, still looking down. Hey, I should be the who apologize. I almost broke you. I mean. He giggles and walks to the counter before picking up his burger. I am Sanha, the youngest son of Jan family. You smile. Hello Sanha, I am YN. Well Noona, what are you doing here at this time? Shouldn't you be in Hume's room and sleeping? You gulp, not knowing what to say. I just came here to drink water. You quickly made an excuse. He nods and walks to the fridge and take out a water bottle before handing it to you. You frown. Don't you want water? He said, and you quickly took the water, smiling nervously. Thank you. You said and poured some water in glass and gulped it. Well Noona, I think you should go to the room and rest. We will talk in the morning. You nod but don't know where to go because you didn't know Jungkook's room. Let's go. You look at him confused. Let's go upstairs. My room is beside Hyung's, so you go into his room and I will in mine. He said cutely, almost making you laugh, but you can't because there's a big problem. You have to go in his room. Now I am sure you're cursing yourself. Come on Noona. You look at him and nod. Okay, let's go. Then they both walk upstairs. Oh God, what do I do? If I didn't go in his room then he will suspect, or if I go then Jungkook will scold me. Why I am in that hard situation. Help me. Sanha's phone rings and he stops. So did you? Hello Dad. Yeah, I reached here. Yeah, I've met her. She's really cute, but. He looks at you. Never mind. Oh, while he was talking you were standing there not knowing which door is his. If you open random door or end up in Sanha's room then. Okay Dad, I will talk to him tomorrow. Good night. He cut the call and look at you frowning. Noona, why are you still here? You smile nervously and rub the back of your neck. Well, I thought you go first, then I will. He nods and walks to his door and open it. You sigh as his door was before Jungkook's. Okay, good night Noona. You smile and grab the doorknob, pretending like you're about to open it. Sanha smiles and walks inside before closing the door. You sigh and leave the doorknob. Thank God. Now run from here, YN, before he come back. You said and turned your body to go but froze when you heard. Noona. You close your eyes and turn to him before smiling. Hey Sanha, why didn't you sleep yet? I was about to, but I wanted to ask you something, but it's okay. I will ask it later. Now you go and sleep. You nodded and waited him to go first, but he remained here while smiling. You also smiled nervously and opened the door after taking a deep breath. Sanha smiles and walks in his room after you close the door. You just stand there and waited him to go. You look around to spot JK, but it was dark so you couldn't see clearly. You thought to wait a little longer while praying that JK is sleeping or else you're dead. But then, what are you doing here? You froze on your spot after hearing his deep and cold voice. You didn't turn around and face him because you don't have courage to do this. So you just stand there grabbing the doorknob tightly. I asked something. You flinch when he grabs your arm and turns you around. It was dark but you can still see his beautiful face because he was standing so close to you. Your heart was beating like crazy even you don't want, but still, and how can it stop when it already belongs to him? I asked something. What are you doing in my room? You came back into the reality when he squeezed your arm a bit hard. Your brother said me. He frowns in confusion. Sanha. What is he doing here? When did you meet him? He asked. I saw him in the kitchen, and he said me to go to your room. I didn't know what to do so I came here. I am sorry, I will leave right. You didn't even finish your sentence and gasped as he pushed you against the door and trapped you between his arms. Your chest was going up and down in fear. He moves his hand to your left cheek and caresses it, slowly making you gasp more. You know that you're so beautiful, he said in deep and husky voice, making your heartbeat go crazy. No one can hate you. He moves his face more closer to you and you quickly shut your eyes tightly, but the next thing he did which almost made you breathless.